Well, Prince Harry's tell-all interviews have blown up around the world, with the rogue royal not holding back on his fractured family relationship. It saw not only his brother William targeted, but also the Queen Consort. But there did appear to be a breakdown on some of his claims of racism.
They've shown absolutely no willingness to reconcile.
In the Oprah interview, you accuse members of your family of racism. You don't even...
No, we didn't. Well, the British press said that.
Right.
Did Meghan ever mention that they're racist?
Despite the interviews, Harry believes there's still a chance to reconcile with his family. Russell Myers is royal editor for the Daily Mirror. Russell, thanks for being with us. Let's start with Harry's denial of the royal family being called racist. I mean, it's a big distinction, isn't it? What did you make of that?
Well, morning, Matt. Well, I think it's potentially one of the biggest bombshells of this memoir, Spare, and the interviews that have been done for the promotion. Because, you know, over the last 2 years, the royal family have accusation after accusation labelled at them of being racist. We've had a big witch hunt to see who is the royal behind these comments that Meghan and Harry said. A senior member of the family made derogatory remarks about the colour of their unborn children's skin. And since that happened in the Oprah Winfrey interview, we've had absolutely nothing from Harry. They haven't sought to change the narrative at all, no matter how many accusations were labelled at the family. And indeed, he's speaking about accountability all the time throughout the book and throughout these interviews. And it seems that the accountability was severely lacking. He was very willing to let the royal family take the flak, and to row back on that so severely now is pretty damaging to his credibility, I think.
In terms, Russell, of how this is being received by King Charles, I mean, to this point, we've seen him as a father and as a king be very silent, very measured. How do you think these comments about Camilla will go down with King Charles?
Well, certainly we've seen nothing from Buckingham Palace or Kensington Palace on the record. They've maintained a dignified silence throughout the last few days. I mean, it's been an extraordinary raft of revelations, both in the book and these interviews. But I think that is a red line. Certainly the King still wants to purvey a sense of unity and togetherness within the family. We're told he still loves Harry very, very much, would welcome him back into the family. But these comments about Camilla being a wicked stepmother, being in charge of, a PR nightmare to further her own position within the royal family are pretty damaging.
It really sets the scene, doesn't it, for the coronation? I mean, it struck you watching this, whether Harry was trying to direct his comments at the general public or perhaps even his family, given he doesn't really have an open line of communication to them.
Well, definitely. I mean, he's talking to Tom Bradby there at ITV, saying that if the family were watching the interviews or indeed reading the book, that he hoped they would come to the table and sit down and sort of thrash it out with him. Listen, I can't imagine he will end up at the coronation, but let's wait and see. He said nothing's off the table.
Well, if nothing else, Russell, he's keeping you furiously busy. Thanks for being with us at Sunrise this morning.